fear him.
That's what now in one of the games Pragnananda admitted that I think he was just having fun, but it proved to be costly and I beat him.
What is that thing he puts on his forehead?
It's that vibhuti, we call it, ash.
So what does that keep you calm also?
Blessings.
Just for blessings.
Just for blessings.
I think
too much.
It has scientific reason
that's
also.
what I was just saying.
No, obviously people do consider it as I think something holy. I think they pick
Tilak lagate hain, it's like that only.
You use tilak. So I think because it's right the center of your forehead.
But he
so
puts
it helps you No,
he puts up this.
Like this. Like this.
A lot of
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Does it have because it's such a stressful time, you have to think and does that keep you calm?
Calm or maybe focus?
Focus, probably not. I don't know about it yet, but must be.
Obviously, it has a religious connotation to it, but then I think scientifically also, I've heard this many a times that it helps you concentrate, focus.
Yeah,
that's right at the center of your forehead.
So how is the opening?
The opening is quite good. I mean, it's solid.
What is the opening?
It's called the Ruy Lopez opening.
Ruy Lopez.
RUYLOPEZ, the Ruy Lopez opening. It's named after a priest, by the way.
Huh?
Yep. Father Ruy Lopez.
So we are talking about the Chess World Cup final happening between Prags and
Magnus.
arguably the greatest chess player.
The greatest.
The greatest.
Yes.
So says a relative of Vishwanathan Anand. So
I mean, yes. I mean,
Magnus Carlsen, no?
Nobody's saying he's the
But
greatest of all time.
Magnus
his numbers and this consistency is too much. I mean, he didn't lose a classical chess game for over 100 games. He's not lost there. Then you look at the ELO points, the standard benchmark that a chess player gets is 2800 ELO. He's been over that for the past decade. And ELO in a classical, this thing means if you want to equate in cricket, a test match, classical, he's got an average of 100.
So that reminds me, just so that everyone knows, because just as you guys, we are also learning, that final has started today at 4 o'clock. It's not going to finish today. It will be on for the next 3 days, possibly. So there is one game today, classical chess, and then there will be one tomorrow. If anyone wins 2-0 or 1-0,
1.5, 0.5, because you had a 0.5 for a draw.
Yeah, so that's what. If you win 1 or 2 games, one person wins, then he wins the World Cup. Or if it is a draw, either 1-all in terms of one wins, or draw as in nobody wins both games, then you go to the
rapid tiebreakers.
So basically test match. It's a test match.
Which then breaks down into ODI format, then T20s the same day.
Super over also can happen.
Yes.
the first T10.
And then there's a back toss also.
The more than super over, it's got even a much more quicker thing like a sudden death, like in penalty shootout. And then you have to reach with one only. One shot will decide, like that. And eventually it can go to a toss also.
Yeah, to determine which color that player will play with. That's the way. And even if you draw that, switch, and you'll keep on playing until there is a decisive winner.
Okay, if that happens, we just thought we'll let you know. That final is on. Right now there's another game happening, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Pakistan, bit of a trouble.
Yeah, 8 down.
8 down, Babar got out for a duck. I saw, again a ball coming in.
Yep.
Same weakness that he had. Oh, now I can see the scorecard, 192 for 8 versus Afghanistan. Once again, the Afghanistan spinners, I think Nabi got 2, Rashid got 2.
Mujib got 2. 3.
Mujib got
3.
Mujib got 3.
So basically, they're 30 overs. The spinners, Mujib, Rashid Khan, and Nabi. I think 30
overs, 109.
109 runs for Pakistan for the loss of 7 wickets.
7 wickets.
Whoa!
But this is a spin attack without even a Noor Ahmed there.
Yeah,
it's frightening.
This partnership between Naseem Shah and Shadab, that has somehow taken them to close to 200. Otherwise, they should have been out by now.
They are playing in Palakele, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know, they're in...
this is Hambantota.
Hambantota. Yeah, that's right. Okay. They're in Hambantota. And why this is interesting is because you will get similar sort of pitches in Sri Lanka. That's where the Asia Cup is going to happen. But as Shane points out, at least if you watch the IPL, the most dreaded spinner was Noor. He was even better than Rashid in the IPL. I think picked up more wickets.
No, I think Rashid had more.
No, he had more.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he got rid of Surya and Sanju, the dream wickets that he always wanted.
In the final,
And he's not even made the 11.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow.
There's another off
Can
spinner
they
they're not playing.
outsource some spinners?
There's another off spinner they're not playing. Naveen Ulhaq.
No, he's playing.
Naveen isn't.
No, Naveen is
No,
What he's saying.
he barely plays
He
ODIs
said they
anyway.
have one Noor sitting. He said no, they have two spinners. Naveen Ulhaq is
Naveen, to be fair, doesn't play ODIs much.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I thought he was not there.
No, he's
I
just
wasn't
joking,
serious.
saying that because
Ah,
he
I
bowls
got it.
cutter,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
he's an
yeah.
off spinner.
It's like Harmeet Singh, na, that Deccan Chargers.
I remember, yeah. He'd run from the
Side
boundary
screen,
and bowl.
Shoaib Akhtar like run back of hand.
No, so Afghanistan, good team, huh?
Yeah.
But I think the batting will be tested. I
Yeah.
think the moment they cross that 200, 220 run mark, if they, because I still feel that they should have bowled them out, although they're playing very dangerously. Shadab Khan and Naseem, there were a few chances created, a few runouts were missed, and a few inside edges, catches being dropped, some fielder not being able to reach to the this thing to take that catch. So still, I think batting will decide whether they win this one or not.
But Ramanullah Gurbaz in outstanding form.
Field day for Pakistani YouTubers.
Gurbaz smashed 145.
And that was
Against
in
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh in similar conditions,
Yeah.
very slowish.
He's
In
been averaging
100,
57
20 odd balls, 145. He is just smashed.
plus an average of 50 in this current last couple
So
of months.
Afghanistan, because the interview I did with Noor, it's up on Sports Today, you can check it out. He said that you keep talking India, Pakistan, we are not coming to make up the numbers. We are going to win the Asia Cup.
No, Afghanistan can definitely cause an upset with the kind of conditions on offer in Sri Lanka. Definitely.
They're playing against India in Delhi, by the way.
I know.
Yes.
I know. I have said to a lot of people that second game is going to be tricky. This is Delhi.
You know, but today, looking at how the Pakistanis have played, especially with their batting, I somehow, the Indian batting gives me a lot more confidence than
Yes.
this Pakistan.
I'm with you. That's exactly what I was thinking. That, see, I'll tell you why. Just look at that Pakistani batting lineup, and we are talking of how India is in a bit of a pressure and all of that. See, Imam had a good day today,
Yeah.
and Fakhr is going to be batting there, and he's a good batter. So I agree. One bad day, Babar will be there. Okay, one bad day, you could assume that he'll strike back into form. Then till Rizwan, I'll say. Now, rest of their players are on potential. That you are thinking that they'll do well. Agha Salman, he's been having a good time lately. So he's there, but again, we don't know how well he'll do in big tournaments. Not seen him.
Same with Iftikhar.
Iftikhar is hit and a miss.
Hit and
Today
miss.
is hit.
Yeah.
But there are lots of misses also with him.
Yeah,
Today
but-
also, not at the, but again, I think the conditions dictated that he could not play his natural game.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's more attacking normally. But
Yeah, so Chicha is there. And then Shadab does well. That the good thing they have their all-rounder.
7, batting at 7.
Ah.
They went in with Usman Mir in place of Nawaz today.
That's what I'm saying. So that would have given their batting some more depth.
But I think Nawaz didn't have good results in the Lanka Premier League. So I think they said that we want to experiment also, and so you
Sure.
never know. And we know what our 11 is. So maybe you never know.
I mean, to be fair, does anyone except Wanindu Hasaranga have a good time in the Lanka Premier League? Highest run scorer, highest wicket taker, captain the winning side,
Highest six-hitter.
highest six-hitter.
This team will be very much dependent on what Fakhr Zaman does, and then what Babar
Babar.
does. Because see, Imam,
Who
the
said his
problem
name is Fakhr?
Fakhr Zaman. So Imam, and with Imam the problem is his strike rate. In fact, most of their batters
That
they
is their
have,
problem.
That will
But
be.
you can't blame his strike rate today, na. Today he has to play according to the situation.
No, that's-
He's the one who saved you. na.
But his strike rate has always been an
Yes.
issue. You are coming out to bat in the power play. You want, especially how the game has evolved in the last few years. You need batters to capitalize on that power play. Fakhr, I think, still has that sort of a game. He has that.
He can attack, that's
Yeah, he can attack. Then Babar Azam, by the way, off late, I don't know what sort of confidence he will come into with the kind of confidence that he will come into the Asia Cup or even for that matter the World Cup, because see, Lanka Premier League, he had that one century and 150. That's it.
Yeah.
And
The Tests he struggled.
And what happened with those knocks? His teams eventually finished right at the bottom of the Lanka Premier League. So, were those knocks eventually so important, or did they could he make them count? No, I think the results tell you that. And then here for third ball duck. So spinners, I think the Asian players today, if you ask me, I think Sri Lankans are the best players of spin compared to India or Pakistan.
That is. So Pakistan not looking in great shape, but they have 3 matches. So all of us will be keeping a keen eye on the Pakistan performance and of course Afghanistan performance too, because India is going to be facing up against these 2 teams. The Asia Cup first test for India heading into that World Cup.
And Afghanistan, Pakistan, the World Cup in Chennai. Similar, it's a preview to what you're going to get.
Pakistan?
In Chennai, they're going to play. Afghanistan, Pakistan.
Because remember Pakistan was saying change.
Change the venue.
And knowing the history between these 2 teams, last Asia Cup, you remember the game that happened. There were chairs being broken, thrown, fist fights. It was like
Really?
mayhem. It was mayhem.
Even 19, I think something had happened, right? 19. I think there was a plane which went over Leeds, and I think there was a very political message in that. And
I remember the plane going over, but I don't remember the message.
Yeah, and I think that led to fights outside of the Leeds stadium between Afghan and Pakistan.
Yeah, you're right. It happened. 2019 also.
World
there was
Cup,
a fight. I remember there was a fight. So it's a grudge series that is happening right now. But looking at their performances, and because we're talking in the Indian context, what we're going to do today is try and pick the ideal 11.
They're lying down now, by the way.
They're 9 down.
No.
Yeah, they've lost Osama Mir, if I'm not
Mir
wrong.
to Mujib. A 4th wicket for Mujib.
Mujib, by the way, is one of those mysterious ones. International level, no one seems to be able to pick him. He comes to the IPL and gets stumped. I have no idea how that works.
They got their opening bowler.
Oh no, Shadab went, not Mujib.
Yeah.
Shadab, who got the wicket?
Must be a
Run out, Mujib.
Run out Mujib. Okay.
Brilliant.
I'll be among the wickets anyway.
Okay, so what we're trying to do is make the ideal 11. We've written World Cup, but it's effectively the first time we'll see that 11 for India will be at the Asia Cup. So we're going to focus on Asia Cup because you're getting an idea of the kind of pitches that they are. So it'll be interesting when we get into the discussion of will you go with those 3 spinners or not, and I think that is something that we'll look at. So assuming, I'm going to put one condition there already, sir. Assuming the Nigel is gone and KL Rahul is available, in that scenario, we're picking. You could still not have him in your 11. Your 11, we have 4 selectors because one is on tour in Ireland. So similarly, there are also 4 selectors in person. So assuming KL Rahul, Nigel is gone and he's available for that first game at the Asia Cup. And you have to make your 11. What is your 11 going to look like? Will you do me a favor, Shivam, and please keep writing the 11 on the notepad, and we'll keep cutting to it. Can you cut to it full frame also? Yes. When we put it. Okay, so Gill and Rohit.
Gill, Rohit, Virat can't pick themselves. I think.
No, but you guys can argue about the fact that as Ravi Shastri said that he would want to make sure the batting lineup becomes longer, in which case you can push them. Any one of you?
No. I mean,
I'll go with Rohit Sharma. He
getting
said,
pushed down the order,
opener will not come out to bat.
He said that.
Virat,
So that is our top 3. Now, number 4 and number 5 is going to be interesting. So let us start from the left and we'll go like
Number 4.
Your pick. This is not. Again, repeating, not what the team will pick. You are the selector from the south. You're casting a vote.
Number 4, Shreyas Iyer. Number 5, KL Rahul.
Full faith.
Yes.
No Ishan Kishan.
No Ishan Kishan.
Okay. Shreyas Iyer.
KL Rahul.
No, I don't write Shivam. It's only selector from the south who is. Selector from the north. There is no selector from the north.
Well, we keep one.
Patel our panel. Your team, again repeating, not what will be picked, but your team. Number 4 and number 5.
KL Rahul number 4, Suryakumar Yadav number 5.
Oh, that's interesting. I'll come to it. So, sticking with 4, you've gone with KL Rahul as number 4, which means your wicketkeeper batsman is KL Rahul. Your wicketkeeper batsman is KL Rahul.
Sky, and I have picked Shreyas Iyer.
Iyer, okay. So, don't write now because we'll have the batting position. We'll have all selectors chip in. Selector from the east.
I will stick with my South colleague. 4-5, Iyer and KL. And obviously KL is my wicketkeeper in that case.
So I'm going with Iyer for 4 because I want to see whether he's good enough or not. So put Iyer for 4.
Yeah.
But the debate is still on whether at number 5 does KL bat or not. But you have picked KL in that team. So he's going to be there anyway. So all 4 have picked KL. So KL comes. Okay, now explain why KL will be 5 in that sense. Batting position doesn't matter. You can put KL because all 4 of us have picked him. What is your logic about not having Iyer and Sky?
Because both of them have not played too much of cricket, and because if Shreyas Iyer is part of that 11, Sky misses out. At least he has had some game time. So I would much rather go in with a player who has played some cricket. Perhaps his feet would be moving. I know it's a risk. It's a big risk. But I would want to take that risk in the initial stages of the tournament, be it the Asia Cup, the Australia Series, or the World Cup. So I know Shreyas Iyer is 100% fit, and on merit and the kind of runs that he has under his belt in the past, I think Shreyas, going by if everybody is fit, I think you three, the team management would also agree with you three. But I think I'll just pick one out of the 2.
Okay, so the reason you're going to pick one is because both are coming off an injury, so you don't want to play both. In that case, why would you not have Shreyas Iyer, who is fitter, and the wicketkeeper in that case becomes Ishan? Why did you not choose?
I think all of us, including the team management, the selectors, they were more desperate for KL Rahul than Shreyas Iyer. All these weeks. Why? Because you know the importance of KL Rahul, not just as a batter but also as a wicket keeper. Because if he is there, he will keep wickets if he is fit.
But you had Ishan.
No, where will you bat Ishan?
You could have batted him at 4.
But Rohit Sharma yesterday said flexibility does not mean that the opener will bat at
What did he say?
But he also said the
said,
youngsters have to.
Rohit bats at
youngsters
1. Virat will be 3. Hardik will be 6, Jadeja will be 7, but these youngsters better learn.
Ishan Kishan has to bat at number 4. I would much rather have Shreyas Iyer than Ishan Kishan. Why? Because I won't risk a tournament or an important game trying to test a player who I know has been struggling in the middle overs in the last few years. And Shreyas Iyer, we know, is a good player of spin, although at times I think the ability, Shreyas Iyer's ability to use his feet against spinners has fetched him a lot of runs also, but has also has been his bane at times because he's been dismissed trying to step out and getting caught in the deep, long on, long off. So that's one issue with Shreyas Iyer. And KL Rahul, I think, I was just initially when we were speaking, we were discussing about the Pakistan batting order. I think KL Rahul makes it look very, very good because he has, in the past, we've seen KL Rahul getting those, has played long innings, be it 100, even those 70s, 80s. So you need a batter there of his pedigree. Shreyas Iyer, I know he's a talented batter, but at this stage I would want to see just one out of the 2. And Suryakumar Yadav, I would still give him one more lifeline.
No, I was also of the opinion that Sky should be there because he is too good a batsman not to succeed. But I'm guessing now with everyone is back, why I would want Shreyas and KL to play, because I know that no experiment should happen in the Asia Cup, but at any point I still want to see then I'd rather risk it at the Asia Cup rather than do it at the World Cup. So might as well see them play 3-4 games, because then I know what my right combination is. And now that if both of them are fit, I put an asterisk there that KL's Nigel is also disappeared. And is available. Then I just want to see them now quickly play all these 3-4 games. Let me see how good they are in terms of their fitness and how quickly they come out from that rustiness of not being able to play cricket for long. So play quickly and let me see at least 3-4 games. So Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul, good suggestion by selector from the north, but you got outvoted by 3 who have taken the conventional, very safe route.
Just
and
trying to
go.
be different.
Yeah. Absolutely. We may have
Changes
different
still.
opinions when we go even further. Number 6, doesn't matter what we think. Captain has already said
Will not open.
Hardik Pandya.
the person who will not open, who will bat at number 6. And to be fair, whatever said, I know his form is a bit patchy with the bat. To be fair, there is actually no clear-cut replacement for him.
Yeah.
That's the kind of value he brings to any team right now. So his batting may be just a little bit out of form, but he's very valuable. So please, do I have to spell his name? You know he is. His name is Hardik. Shivam.
Pandya.
Waiting for me. You as fast as you wrote Rohit, Gill and Virat. With
Hardik
you're
should
taking
also
so
be.
much time. You're not sure?
No, he'll be the captain, no?
Okay.
Yeah, I think number 7 also then picks himself.
Yeah.
Again, the captain said it.
Oh, but who is it?
Ravindra Jadeja.
You had any doubt over that?
Nah.
No, I was just wondering whether it will be Jadeja or Akshar Patel.
No, 100%
Now it's going to
Jadeja.
be interesting.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be interesting. Just write 8, 9, 10, 11. Please write them and we'll try and fill them. 8, 9, 10 and 11. So, number 8 for you.
Kuldeep Yadav.
You're playing 4 pure bowlers.
Why not? Look at what's happening in this. If you want a kind of a prelude to what's happening, look at who's doing the damage up in Sri Lanka. It's a leg spinner. You would want a leg
You
spinner.
don't have a leg spinner, no?
You have a
wrist
China man.
spinner.
No, I will play Kuldeep, but Kuldeep is not my 8.
I mean, again, okay, number 9 is Kuldeep, 8 I will put Shardul.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, so you're going with Kuldeep. I've gone with Kuldeep. You were going with Kuldeep.
Number
in the
8,
11.
Number 8 is Akshar. Number 9 is.
You want Kuldeep in the
Yeah,
team.
Kuldeep is.
You want 9. You want Kuldeep.
Shardul. Kuldeep, of course,
You
goes
want
without
Kuldeep,
saying.
You want
Kuldeep.
Kuldeep. We'll get to the batting order.
Yeah.
Okay, before we have any argument, let's put Kuldeep at 9.
Because he's clearly
9,
sorted.
9. Put Kuldeep at 9. Put Kuldeep at 9 since all 4 selectors have agreed. So this is a no-brainer, right?
Yeah.
So I'll come to that 8 because there could be agreement,
There is.
disagreement. 10 and 11, you will definitely have 2 fast bowlers here.
Yeah.
Whether you have a fast bowler at 8, we don't know. We will get to it. But 10 and 11 will be
Siraj oblique Shami and 11 would be Bumrah.
So Bumrah is 11.
Yeah.
Siraj for me.
You have to pick one. Who you are starting with?
I'm
Siraj.
going with Siraj.
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 I'm also going with Siraj.
So I was going to go with Shami, but I'm outvoted. So Siraj, but I have not too much of an issue if Siraj plays. I do that.
And
I'm gonna
11
pick
Bumrah.
Shami and Bumrah to 11. I think all of us agree. So without
Not Mumbai Indians, Jasprit Bumrah.
No, he was writing Mumra.
Mumra.
He's-
That's also in Mumbai, by the way.
but he is a Mumbai Indian. No?
Yeah, he is.
Now to the number 8 slot.
Akshar oblique.
No obliques.
Shardul.
No obliques.
No, see. If
We
you're
are playing the first game in Kandy. This is your team.
Akshar Patel.
Asia
Andy, I
Cup.
thought we were picking for World Cup first.
No, now immediately
The
for
first
World
game,
Cup, which will
World
be
Cup
your,
also you're playing the first game in Chennai.
That's true.
I'm going with Akshar here.
You're going with Akshar Patel.
Yeah.
I am also going to go with Akshar
Yeah.
Patel because you need a batter at 8. And the reason Akshar has been picked is because most likely he will play in that 11. So I'm also going to go with Akshar, but you can feel free to disagree.
You don't have options.
No, you
No
do.
option. You can go with a Shardul.
But Shardul will go for
So, see,
where there's a little bit more resistance for pacers. I think.
But will you be risking now? My other devil's advocate, other point is, can you just go in with 2 fast bowlers, knowing fully well the third fast bowler that you have is
Hardik.
Hardik. You don't know how many overs you'll get out of him. A, B. There has been issues in the past based on Bumrah's fitness also coming from an injury. I don't know whether something was to happen to him mid-game, suddenly you would get that exposed.
But see, it's not a test match, it's a one-day. So you are expecting your fast bowlers, the premier fast bowlers, to bowl those 10 overs. So Bumrah can only bowl his quota of 10 overs. Bumrah and Siraj 10 overs. The problem is Kuldeep also 10 overs. So 3 bowlers 10 overs each.
Sorted.
Then Akshar, Jadeja and Hardik. You have to get 30 overs out of these 3 bowlers.
Jadeja can bowl full.
No, plus Aksar, like Jadeja,
Not 30,
left-handed.
you have to get 20 overs, nah.
Sorry, 20 overs out of these. Sorry,
So
not 30.
Jadeja can bowl 10.
10.
Let's hope. Yeah, I hope.
Then you're only left with 10.
5-5.
Not necessarily 5-5.
There could
depending
be
on
more.
how the conditions
Could be
are.
more.
By the way, Hardik has continuously bowled 4 or 3.
In the ODI, he bowled
T20.
6.
Yeah.
He did bowl
So
6.
there's a good chance. In fact, his bowling is looking much better than his batting at the moment. He's bowling at a good pace.
No,
Could bowl 10
I'm just.
if need be.
I'm saying in case you have a bad day. Just
Huh.
in case.
Not that he cannot bowl 10 overs
In
by his
case
fitness.
you have a bad day, any of these bowlers, Bumrah, Siraj, Kuldeep, or even Jadeja, if they have a bad day, a slightly bad day, where you have to see should I give him another over or not. So then I think
Then Hardik
you
comes
are on
in.
a sticky wicket. Huh?
Hardik, let's say, supposing Siraj, as you're saying, has a bad day, bowled 3 overs, and you're saying that's it and no more. Hardik will bowl the remaining 7. Yeah?
I hope so.
Why do you have any doubts?
No, because I haven't seen him bowl so many overs, that too consistently.
He bowled how many? 6?
See,
In the West Indies ODI, but yeah, like Rahul said, he's not bowled for 3 to 4 consecutive
So then
games.
would you want to go with number 8, the fast bowler?
Shardul.
Akshar.
Okay, Shardul.
Shardul for me.
I'll go with Shardul too.
Shardul for him. I'm going with
Because-
Akshar
okay.
because I'm picking a team. I'm watching a ODI being played in Sri Lanka.
Yeah,
I know
exactly.
Hambantota, Kandy, different places. Kandy a little higher up.
Yeah.
Could be different conditions. But if Sri Lanka, more often than not, you'll get those kind of conditions. Look at Pakistan struggling.
Yeah.
But again, okay, we are basing Akshar Patel's inclusion because he's a left-hander. One, the batting depth also. But if you look at batting numbers for Shardul and Akshar in white ball cricket, kind of similar.
No, Akshar I am including only and only because he's a spinner who can bowl, who can bat. That's it.
No, he's a batsman who can bowl spin.
Or you can.
No, but then if you're
I
looking
think
at
that's better.
Akshar, he can be that container bowler of an option, containing.
But I'm sorry.
Shardul can be wickets.
No. With the thing with Akshar, why my problem with Akshar comes in is that in tournaments, he tends to be more often than not a easy target. We saw it last year also in the T20 World Cup. We thought you have a like for Jadeja, but bowlers took to him, and that is my problem. Even
Okay.
If you have Jadeja, there is no need for Akshar.
that's the other thing.
But so then if you have Siraj and Bumrah, there's no need for Shardul.
No, but Shardul gives you
Batting-
batting depth.
So does Akshar give you batting depth?
So it's going to be horses for courses.
Yeah, I think that's what it
playing
will be.
in Ahmedabad, you will have
Akshar.
Shardul. there.
Shardul.
You will have Shardul.
Not
there.
test match.
If you are playing in Chennai, you will have
Akshar.
Akshar Patel there.
But even the Chennai wicket, let me tell you, is not that spin friendly anymore. It's
No,
become
the last
flatter now.
IPL
The sample size is just for those IPL games. But I think still you
Even
will.
IPL,
It's going to be a 50-over match. So
It
there
will
be-
deteriorate.
This IPL you had
More
good
than-
batting pitches.
You had good
this
IPL.
This IPL.
In
No,
Chip off.
that's what I'm saying. So your sample size is this IPL.
No, even in the Australia ODI, which was played, that also had a good.
slowish track, but I think it's going to be 50-over game. You will have those. There will be some wear and tear
On the
100
track,
overs.
yeah.
So I think spinners will come into play, and Akshar. That's what I'm saying. I have to pick either Akshar or Shardul, and that will depend solely
On
on
condition.
where
No, I've given
are
you
playing.
condition. You are playing Sri Lanka. So you've gone with Akshar. Now the deadlock continues. 2 people gone with Akshar and 2 have gone with Shardul Thakur. Now the difference is, if you are saying, like Shane makes a point, that Shardul is a wicket taker and Akshar is not, right? So let's give Shardul that edge as a bowler. But then there's a clear edge as a batter in Akshar's favor than Shardul. Like I'll trust Akshar Patel at that stage if required to finish a game more than Shardul. That's not to say that Shardul hasn't, but there are more chances of Akshar doing it than Shardul. So he has an edge there. So now that's a trade-off that the Indian team has to decide. Do they trade off for a bowler for a better batter, or do they do the other way? I would imagine that I would rather take the better batter than the bowler. Because in India, more often than not, you will have situations where you're chasing biggish total. Bowlers more often than not would get hammered. So it'll be like a battle of two batting powerhouses as to if you can get 300, I can get 310. That sort of. And so you would need that batting strength.
Aksar versus Shardul batting thing works in tests. I don't think it works the comparison that much in ODIs or white ball cricket in general, because I think both are pretty similar when it comes to numbers. In ODIs,
Batter, Akshar is better any day.
See, Akshar has improved as a batter in the last couple of years.
Any day.
Or last 2-3 years. So for example, I'm saying you're left with say about
82
2 overs. I'm saying 2 overs, 3 overs. You're left with 3 overs. Okay, and 18 you need 30 to get. Would you want to have Shardul Thakur at the crease, or would you want Akshar Patel?
Akshar any day for any batting situation. Because I know that he is a proper bat in any, whether it's 2 overs, 3 overs, 7 overs, 8 overs, 9 overs, whatever is left, I would want to have Akshar.
But here I am picking Akshar Patel solely because of his bowling, spin bowling.
Because of the conditions.
Yeah, conditions basically.
Actually, yeah, I also agree with you when you say that it's going to be one or the other basis on conditions, because none of them are solidified. Both are going to be there to extend your batting and give you an additional bowling option. It just depends what conditions you have.
and on flat decks, maybe a spinner.
On a flatter deck, and if it's spacier, you will always trust the Shardul. It will really depend on if it's a spinning deck, then and only then you bring on
See,
Akshar.
because Kandy and Colombo, where you're going to play the Asia Cup.
What's this pronunciation? Kandi.
That's the
That's their pronunciation.
Their pronunciation.
Their people's pronunciation.
Kandy.
Candy.
Okay.
It's not candy. It's not the English.
I thought it's Candy.
Yeah, but their commentators, where are they? Are they foreign citizens?
No, but then you hear a Roshan Abesinghe or a Angelo Matthews pronounce as Kandy.
Kandi.
Really?
Yeah.
No, that's their accent. They also say candy. Like for example, now you will start calling wicket a wicket.
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 Or will be calling it
In
cricket.
Sri Lanka, they say cricket.
V-I-K-A-T.
Cricket and wicket.
Cricket and
I
wicket.
think it's the accent. It has to be candy, no?
Not necessary.
Huh?
Not necessary. It has to be. I'm sure Kandi would be also.
Kandi.
Candy.
Candy.
No, I've been there. But
I've
I've only
also
heard
been
people
there.
say Candy only.
This is the first one.
Candy.
He's a candy boy.
One of our esteemed chief ministers who was who became chief minister of Tamil Nadu, he was from Kandy. MGR. Yes, MGR was born in Kandy.
Interesting.
Okay, we still haven't solved it, so it's a split.
Deadlock.
No, he has agreed.
He has come
No,
to accept
I
it and
only-
said, done. This is what
Just to
happens
break
in
the
meetings.
deadlock.
This is what happens in meetings.
So for the
that
first
people
match,
know.
first match has to be Akshar.
Okay, done.
No, all matches in Asia
Akshar.
Cup.
Asia Cup most likely.
So Akshar, it is outvoted Siddharth, selector from the south.
He's,
This is how selection meetings happen. You come with an idea.
East Zone was vehemently backing Shardul.
No, I will still vehemently back Shardul for certain games. But again, if you go by the logic, which is the first game, Asia Cup 100%
That
Akshar.
is also an insight to everyone who's joining us that this is what happens. Sometimes you get to know from sources before the selection committee meeting before. Why? Because somebody calls, let's say, selector from the south. He says, boss, Shardul is there. Then somebody will call selector from the north. He will say, no, boss, Akshar is the one who's starting.
You can
then
run two separate
different-
angles.
Correct. But then what happens? Then somebody like a selector from the east gets swayed by one. And then things change. That's how what you get to hear before the meeting and what happens after the meeting, nobody knows. Because nobody knows what will happen in the meeting.
East
Who
jumped
will
ship.
convince who?
East jumped ship.
No, I'm telling you, because again, I don't think either Akshar or Shardul are nailed on starters. It will solely depend on conditions.
All this talk about the number 4 thing, you actually have a number 8 problem. You don't have a number 4 problem.
You have a problem.
No,
There
that's
you
not a
play
problem.
horses for courses.
Horses for
problem.
courses,
Yeah. Here you're playing horses for courses, which is good.
Yep.
Because you need that little bit of flexibility.
Yep, you do.
Okay, let's take Shivam,
Wow.
Swal,
Prithvi Patnaik.
Baman.
Yes.
He's back.
Where is
I saw it in
Dhamal.
the film, when they are
They're
flying that
flying
plane.
over, yeah.
And so he says, what is your name, that announcer? He says, Baban. हाँ तो Baban. मेरा नाम एक बार बबन है. हाँ तो एक बार बबन.
So hence, because he's Prithvi Patnaik. So he
Yeah.
says,
John Smart.
John Johnson.
JJ Okocha,
Yeah.
Jemba, loads.
Jemba.
So Prithvi Patnaik says, I think the downfall of Indian cricket started after Dhoni stepped down from captaincy and the culture of backing was replaced with musical chairs and captains were more focused on individual milestones and coaches became yes men. Man.
You think Ravi Shastri was yes man? Anybody think? And are you trying to say Virat Kohli was playing for personal milestone?
Heavy loaded statement.
Heavy.
Suggested.
But okay, the musical chairs thing, there was a term for it. Horses for
Horses
courses.
for courses.
No, but say, was Ravi Shastri a yes man? You know,
He's the most,
but he's
out
very,
of the box character.
No,
if
but
you
I'll
look
tell
at
you one thing. I did notice he's quite vocal now, but he says I would have done this. I don't know whether he's a yes man or not because I was not part of that. But I do find it strange sometimes that he says let's do this. I told someone to bat at this and someone to. But none of those things happen.
No, to be fair, a lot of the things which he says sometimes I believe. He's like, no, Tilak is hot, bring him in now. That's what they would do half the time.
No, it's not. You don't understand. So basically, what happens is he already knew. He already knew Ravi Shastri that there is some conversation
Some
around
movement,
Tilak
yeah.
Verma and might. The moment he says, it happens also. So I'm saying, so he knows because see, sitting here, we may speak to a few players, we may speak to a few selectors, we may speak to a lot of people. Okay, but he is also in that circle. He is around those people. Every day he meets them and he knows which side the wind is blowing.
Correct.
So he is aware. So and he knows. So it is the timing of when he said that let's get Tilak Verma. Although I have my issues. Let's wish Tilak Verma all the best for his career. And I'm sure he's a promising cricketer. Will play for India for a very long time. But today or yesterday was not the day.
Exactly.
And will he get a chance to play in the?
No way. Not if everyone is fit and firing.
Yeah.
Not a chance.
Just that you wanted him to get into the Indian team in that dressing room to give him to just show him the environment.
Work
Or
experience, basically.
Was it the other things that we keep hearing about?
Left-hander.
It's not about left-hander. It's also about those marketing strategy and a lot of other things. Anyways, I might be wrong as well, but I'm saying Tilak Verma could have waited.
As Ravi Shastri, apart from being a selector, has he donned every single role in the Indian cricket system at this point? Is he the only guy that you can think of?
He was a de facto coach.
Selector,
Manager also?
Director, manager, I don't remember.
Maybe in 2014 was he
He's
kind of...
been an IPL chairman, commissioner also. No?
Who? What?
Ravi Shastri. Has he donned every role apart from being a selector in the Indian cricket setup? I mean, he's been a player, he's been a coach, he's been a
BCCI
manager.
president is not.
Selector also, right?
Selector also is not.
Those are only two things that's remaining.
Oh, you just have 4 things. Out of them, two. If
Two's
you,
No, 5 things. 5. You can be a player. You can be a coach. You can be a selector. You can be a president.
Now you'll say he's a commentator also.
Yeah, I mean, he's done it all, I mean, basically.
He's missed out on
2. He's missed out on 2.
Answer the
Madan Lal, player,
Shivam, yeah.
coach,
Chalwado.
selector,
Not zone, he was a not zone selector, yes.
chief selector. Okay, so there are many people. In fact, there are only a few people who've been doing everything throughout these years. Sandeep Patil was the chief selector. Sandeep Patil was, I think, briefly, he was the coach. No.
He has, yes.
Even though he was coach with Kenya.
Oh yeah, he was
Kenya,
coach of Kenya.
no, not with
right,
India.
Not
Yeah.
India.
Yes, Kenya. Anshuman Gaikwad is Indian coach.
Yeah.
And he was a selector.
And he was a selector. So there.
Yes.
And he was a commentator also. Anshuman Gaikwad.
Yeah.
Madanji.
Of course.
He's done news. He's done commentary.
Where? He's been selector. He's
Selector,
been coach.
Yeah.
Player.
Yeah.
And administrator in Delhi as well as BCCI.
Very serious.
He's done it all.
All. Yep.
Ravi Shastri was briefly the interim IPL chief also.
Yes.
No, for
Yeah.
Sunil Gavaskar,
Mr. Gavaskar was
not the.
But he wasn't.
BCCI president
Yeah.
briefly.
Briefly, yes.
He's
He's
never
not been a
been-
coach.
But he was a consultant, batting consultant with the Indian team.
Oh.
Kind of in a coaching capacity, but the coach at that time was John Wright.
Right, if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
John Wright.
Okay. So Mr. Shaker is like saying from the US, morning, can I ever
But
expect...
you didn't answer that question. The earlier question.
The earlier
Previous
question? No,
captains
no,
were
no.
interested in.
I think
getting
that's
their
a bit of a
personal
reach.
milestone.
No, I don't.
Patnaik, what he was saying, I think partly you're right, and partly I'll just give it a pass.
No, so I'll tell you, like, see, personal milestone as in what? Yeah, okay, let's look at Virat Kohli as a captain. You can't say that he wasn't driven to win and that he put his personal milestone in
Over the
front
team.
of the team. I didn't say that. In fact, he was one of your rare captains in Test cricket, desperately wanted to win, wanted to
Yeah.
have this culture that we'll go to that country and beat them. Groomed a lot of fast bowlers, by the way, to ensure that we can beat them at their own game, this and that. I do not know the personal side of players or how they are outside the field, but I'm just talking about, on the field. I never thought that he as captain did not try his best for the team to win and put his personal milestone that I'll get the run, but team
Should lose.
wins or not. I never saw any of that. On the thing of Ravi Shastri being a yes man, I'll just tell you one more thing. It's never easy being an Indian coach because Indian captains run the team.
Yes.
And more often than not, you have to play the background role. All coaches have done that, barring one, and then he paid the price for it. His name was Greg Chappell. So most coaches
Maybe
have-
two, Anil Kumble also.
yeah, but he paid the price then.
Yeah.
So you take a pick. What do you want to be?
So, do you want to be the calm behind the scenes guy or pay the price?
Look at John Wright, Duncan Fletcher, Gary Kirsten. I'm just looking at the new age coaches. Ravi Shastri, all of them
Rahul Dravid.
had to be supporter. We don't know. Rahul Dravid.
And why would you want to have confrontation? It is better to be
Exactly.
doing things amicably rather than.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now to the question.
Okay, Mr. Shaker from the US, morning. Can I ever expect at least 10 minutes in a dugout on Jaddu's poor performance with the ball like you do for others? Casually overlooking, doesn't his bowling concern you with just one front line
Okay,
spinner?
let's do we'll do an in-depth Ravindra Jadeja. Okay, done. Mr. Shekhar, thank you.
We'll do it, yep. Now who's the next?
There is another one.
There is another one, no?
Last couple of.
Yeah.
Okay. DAV1Z from the US. What would be your team considering worst case scenario? KL still struggling with injury and Iyer struggling with form. Ideally, your team should give you confidence in a varied spectrum of situations.
Okay, good point he makes. We made the 11, assuming, like he's saying, the niggle is there for a long time and Iyer also has a niggle.
Okay.
What is your 11 then?
Surya and Ishan.
That's why I'm saying you have missed a trick here. Rather than Tilak Murama, you
Sanju.
should have had
Sanju.
Sanju Samson
Exactly.
in that 17. And maybe, see, I would much rather have Sanju Samson in the middle order than Ishan Kishan.
Exactly. And
No,
and if
but
you
I
push
think-
And
Ishan
Go
also
ahead,
because
yeah.
Sanju
Go
has
on
played in the
middle
past in that
So for one
situation.
player, you will change the entire balance.
Ishan Kishan has gone ahead, as the captain has said, youngsters better learn. If he has to bat at number 4,
we also know that
he has better learn to bat at
No,
4.
no,
Finish.
we have realized that Ishan Kishan has moved ahead. So has even Tilak Verma, who's played just 5 T20Is now. Even he has gone ahead. A lot of people move ahead. In fact, maybe Shivam Dubey has also gone ahead now. That too we know. We also can read, we also can write, we also can hear. So that's fine. I'm saying that's because I think that the gentleman men asked our point of view. So
Yeah.
So I'm saying you should have had Sanju Samson.
and
the
Tilak
fact-
could have been your reserve
Backup.
backup,
the
whatever.
fact that Sanju Samson is there amongst the backups, tells you that the team management, the selectors, they are not too sure about KL Rahul.
And
They-
maybe Ishan Kishan for that matter.
They are-
No, because if you bring in Ishan, then who do you bat him in the middle order where you know he's not going to be that effective because struggles against spin, not good with strike
But then
rotation,
he'll
or
have to do it. He will have to do it.
And to be fair, against in that New Zealand in 2021, they chucked him on top, put Rohit down, and then the same khichdi will be cooked again.
Yeah.
Not Khichdi, Bharta. There's nothing.
Akash Bhardwaj is saying, final question. You are picking World Cup 11. But who is your number 3 in all-time World Cup 11? Oh, he's given suggestion, you don't have to follow.
World Cups.
All-time World Cup 11 from any team. The best number 3 dream team World
And he's
Cup.
given 3 options also.
You don't have to look at options. You pick. His options are Ricky Ponting, Virat Kohli, Viv Richards. The BC Lara as well.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
That's
No,
what
but
to think.
Brian World Cups.
Yeah, it is not even a debate for me. It is only
Viv?
There is only one king.
Yeah.
The original thing.
Any day Viv Richards.
We've reached.
Yeah, I mean, key part of a side that won the first 2 reached the final. I don't think played a game that was ahead of its time.
79 at 100 in the final. Big 100.
Yeah, he
So I
got
think
138 he got against England. Maybe for the impact that he had, Javed.
Javed was a good shout.
Good Javed bhi
Javed's a
aata.
good shout. But Javed batted different positions also.
Because I think 92 he batted at 3.
Yeah.
87 also he batted. I think it was 96 where he was pushed down because
Pushed
Ijaz
down,
Ahmed had to
yeah.
come down.
Javed Miandad, in fact, missed out a few games right at the start of the 92 World Cup.
No. I think he played. He came late.
Yeah, he came late because of some injury and he was not
upset.
well or something.
No, he was upset. He was not happy with
Something had happened.
the arrangement of the team, the
Yeah.
politics of Pakistan cricket. So I think they had a long camp in Pakistan. He refused to go. He's saying, I'm injured. Apparently, they say there was no injury. He was just upset. He never went. But then came in time to play the World Cup.
That's it.
Javed.
Swarna
Swarna
Ghosh is
Ghosh.
saying, why are you campaigning for Chahal? His form was bad before 2021 World Cup and before 2022 World Cup also.
But wasn't he
So
your
that's
top
very debatable.
IPL?
No, in 2022 he was your top. He had 2 bad games and got dropped on the basis of that. This year also he's played legitimately 2 ODIs and got dropped. I feel bad for the guy.
I'm sorry if that's the message that has been delivered, that I or all those people who've been asking and questioning if you needed a leg spinner or not another wrist spinner. So fair enough, but I think you have different yardsticks for different people, especially when it comes to bowlers and batters.
Yep.
No, because again, I was going through his numbers of 21, 22, 23. Nothing was that terrible to suggest such a big drop off that you needed to axe him altogether. No, very unfair. Very, very unfair.
Yep. Mr. Shekhar says all India needs to do, advice, is survive first 2 overs of Shaheen, race to a brisk 60 in the power play, steady in the middle, and then attack Rough in the 10th.
Simple.
Yeah, so easy.
Simple game.
Like how Virat Kohli did at Melbourne.
Sorted. We are all sorted. On that note, on that positive note, thank you so much for your company. Tomorrow is the inconsequential third T20 because India have won the series.
Yeah.
But again, many things to look forward to see who all have gone ahead, just as Rahul was pointing out. Shivam
hope there
Dube
are
has
no
gone
major
ahead.
rests.
Rinku Singh.
Rinku
this,
Singh,
that.
popular man.
We'll figure all of that out tomorrow.
Yep.
Hanji.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
See you. Bye bye.